Let's recall our multiple choice decision making statements. One of them is if else ladder. So there are multiple choices. So if condition 1 is true, this is executed. Condition 2 is true, this is executed. In this way, any number of conditions can be given, and at the end, if none of the condition is true, then else will be executed. The another way is switch statement. In this, the expression is given. Multiple values of expression are possible. So for value 1, value 2 and all values, separate cases are written. If value 1 is the answer of expression, then case 1 statements will be executed. Case 2 statements will be executed if value 2 is there. If none of the condition is true, then default is executed. As only one of the condition is possible at any instant, after any block the break statement is given, so it comes out of the switch statement. So let us go to our compiler and try this. So we are studying the decision making with multiple choices now. So let's run a program or try to write a program that check whether the entered number is positive or negative or 0. So get the number n from the user. So our usual printf enter number. So user will enter number. User will enter number. Let's get the number. So scanf %d and the number is n. So ampersand. We have got the number. Now we have to check whether the number is positive or negative or 0. So we need if statements for checking. So if n, how to check for positive? If n is greater than 0. If this condition is true, means number is positive. So let's print entered number is positive. Entered number is positive. Else, if n is negative. So there are three combinations. N can be positive or negative or 0. So else if n is less than 0. In this case, what we have to print is entered number is negative. So let us print this. Negative. If this condition is also not true, n is not greater than 0, not less than 0. So both the conditions are not true. So naturally the entered number is 0. So entered number is 0. So in this way it will execute. So this is a multiple choice if statement. So let's run this program. Enter number. Now I just enter the number 45. Entered number is positive. Rerun the program. I enter the number negative -78. Entered number is negative. Rerun the program. Enter number. I enter 0. Entered number is 0. So it is working fine. So in this way the if else if ladder works. Now let us study the switch statement. Let us design a calculator to add, subtract, divide like the numbers. So we need two numbers to add. So say integer or addition subtraction, so it could be float also. So float a comma b are the two numbers to be entered, and we have to do some operation. So operation is given by character. So character can be plus, minus, etc. So let us say character is operation. So OPR is the operation to be executed on this, and that is given by the character. Now user should enter the number, two numbers, with the required function in between. So enter two numbers with operation in between. So user has to enter the two numbers with some operation in between. This operation can be plus, minus, star or divide. We have to scan the information given by user. So scanf. The first number is floating a number. The next is character, so it will be C. And the next is again a number, that is B. So we have to read first A, then the character, that is OPR, and then and B. So we have got the number, operation, and the second number. Now we have to check the operation. If the operation is plus, we have to add the numbers. If the operation is minus, then we have to subtract the number. In this way we have to go. Now switch statement. So in switch statement we have to consider the value. Now value of operation can be plus, minus, cross or divide. So if the value is equal to plus, then what we want to do? If the value is equal to plus, then we have to add the numbers. So printf, say sum of a and b. So %f and %f is, now we have to add the numbers. So is equal to, suppose, now what we want to print is the sum is also floating, so %f. So comma, we have to give a, we have to give b, and we have to give a plus b, because this is plus. So this statement will be executed. This statement has to be executed within the curly brackets. Whatever statements are to be executed after that, break statement is given. So with the break, the statements are over. So within curly brackets, this case is written. After every case, we have to give a colon as a syntax. Now switch, we are checking, this is case. Switch OPR, that means we are checking OPR, and the first case is, say case hits plus, and after every case we have to give colon. So this is the syntax. So this is the first case written. Now similarly we have to write down 4 cases. So Control C, we have to write the exactly similar 4 cases. I'm just copying, and then we will change whatever required. Control V. So 4 cases. If the next case, if this is minus, then this is subtraction, and this operation is minus. Only these changes we have to do. If this is star, then this is product, and this is again star. If this is division, then the answer is div, division, and this will be star. So in this way, if plus, minus, cross and divide, we have get all the cases. Now there is one more case, that is default case. Means if by mistake user presses any other default, any other character, then we have to print that the operation is not valid, invalid operation, invalid operation. So in case of default case, we have to write down invalid operation. So try to understand the program again. We are defining the two numbers, we are getting the two numbers from the user. We are defining the operation, that is in the form of a character, plus, minus, cross or divide. And by default, if all the cases are wrong, then we have to give that the operation is invalid. Let's run the program. Case minus, break statement not within the loop, minus. We have to give one more this for the complete switch statement. We need this. We need this. Enter two numbers with operation in between. So let's add the two numbers, say 36 plus 97. So 36 and 97, sum of is 132. Very good. It is working fine. Let us subtract the two numbers. Enter two numbers with operation in between. So suppose 86 minus 45. So subtraction of 86 and 45 is 41. Check it if you want. Product. Enter two numbers. Suppose we'll add the two numbers 24 star 90. So product is this. Let us divide this. Say 50 divided by suppose 10. We know the answer, 5. And suppose by mistake any other character is given, suppose 43, and I give any other character that suppose semicolon and 87, then it will show that invalid operation. It is working really fine. So study this, then I will give you some homework later.